Hey besties, it's me again. The person who used to have a collection of brand new planners with only the first 3 pages filled out. Have you ever been stuck in this loop? On the night of the first, you're buzzing with energy, writing a massive list of goals, feeling like you're about to transform into a superhuman version of yourself. By the 10th, that list is buried under a pile of laundry while you're back to scrolling through your phone, telling yourself, I'll just start over next Monday. I know that feeling. It's fake euphoria. So, what's the quickest answer to never quitting your plans again? Stop planning for your perfect version and start planning for your laziest version. Our biggest mistake is assuming we'll always be as motivated as we are on New Year's Day. In reality, the secret to success isn't willpower, it's the system, a roadmap so simple that you can complete it even on your worst, most unmotivated day. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 steps to building a sustainable, anti-lazy system. Exposing the motivation trap. Why you should never trust your feelings. Goals versus systems. Why winners and losers have the same goals but different results. The 85% rule. The trick to never feeling overwhelmed and quitting. Environment design. How to force yourself into discipline without wasting a drop of willpower. The discipline of boredom. How to handle the days when you just want to give up. And don't forget, at the end of the video, I'll share a bonus reset button, a magic trick to get you back on track immediately after failing without the crushing guilt. Let's dive in. Step 1. Exposing the motivation trap. Be honest, do you remember that feeling on New Year's Eve or the morning of January 1st? You looked in the mirror and saw a queen of discipline, feeling like you could move mountains, study for 10 hours a day, or run 5 miles without breaking a sweat. That, my friends, is the New Year motivation trap. This feeling is a total scam. It floods your brain with dopamine, making you high on the illusion that as long as I have the will, I can do anything. But what's the brutal reality? Motivation is like a toxic ex. It's only there for the good times. The moment things get hard, tiring, or cold and rainy, it vanishes without a trace. Our biggest mistake is buying fancy planners, signing up for year-long gym memberships, and splurging on all the gear. All because we're drunk on temporary resolve. Spending money makes you feel like you've already succeeded, but in reality, you haven't taken a single step toward your goal yet. Never trust the phrase, I'll do it when I feel like it. If you wait until you feel like it to start studying or working, you'll forever be a slave to your emotions. Successful people aren't those who are always inspired. They are those who know how to work even when they feel the most unmotivated. Forget about motivation. We need something much more powerful. A system, which I'll show you in the next part. Step 2. Have a system that works. This might sting a bit, but listen up. In any competition, both the winner and the loser have the exact same goal, to win the gold medal. If having a goal was the secret to success, shouldn't everyone be a winner? The truth is, goals only tell you the direction, but the system is what actually gets you there. Don't get me wrong, having goals is great, but if you only obsess over the end result, like losing 20 pounds or having $1 million, while forgetting the engine underneath, you're going to run out of gas. Think of the goal as the destination on your GPS and the system as the car and how you drive it every day. If you want a clean house, the goal is cleaning up, but the system is the habit of never leaving dirty dishes in the sink for more than 5 minutes. If you want to master a new skill, the goal is getting certified, but the system is opening your laptop and studying for exactly 15 minutes every night after dinner. Our mistake is focusing too much on the shiny future result and forgetting to design the tiny, mundane actions in the present. Successful people don't necessarily have bigger goals than you. They just have a system that runs smoother than yours. That system allows them to work automatically without draining their mental energy or forcing themselves to try too hard. So, how do you design a system without feeling overwhelmed from day one? Moving on to part 4, I'll show you the golden rule to ensure you never quit halfway. Step 3. The 85% rule. Another huge mistake we make is having an all-or-nothing mentality. When planning, you force yourself to give 100% or even 200% effort. You want to study for 3 hours, hit the gym for an hour, and read 50 pages every single day. And the result? The moment a busy day hits or you feel slightly tired and only manage 50%, you start feeling like a total failure. And then you just quit altogether. This is the most common form of self-sabotage. Science has proven that we learn and perform most effectively when we operate at about 85% of our capacity. What does that mean? Never plan for the perfect day when you're at your peak motivation. Instead, plan based on your minimum viable version. Instead of aiming for 2 hours of study per day, set a minimum goal of 15 minutes. Why? Because 15 minutes is a duration that even when you're exhausted or coming home after a long day, you can still drag yourself to the desk and finish. When you complete that tiny goal, your brain releases dopamine, creating a sense of victory that helps you maintain momentum. Remember, studying for 15 minutes every day for a year is infinitely better than studying 5 hours a day and quitting after a week. Don't try to be a superhero. Be someone who is intelligently consistent. Step 4. Design your environment. Do you ever make promises to yourself like, I'll leave my phone right next to me, but I swear I won't touch it? Trust me, that is the classic lie of the century. You are seriously overestimating your so-called willpower. Here's the truth. Willpower is like a phone battery. It's full in the morning, but by the time you get home from work or school, it's completely drained. If you try to use those last drops of willpower to battle the temptation of TikTok or your cozy bed, you've already lost. The secret of iron-disciplined people isn't that they are stronger than you. It's that they know how to design their environment, so they don't even have the chance to be lazy. The rule here is decrease friction for good habits and increase friction for bad ones. Want to study in the evening? Then in the morning, open your laptop, load the exact page you need to study, and leave it ready on your desk. When you get home, the act of starting is so easy that you just have to sit down. On the flip side, want to stop scrolling? Throw your phone into another room or give it to someone else to hold. The act of having to get up and walk to another room to get your phone is friction. Just adding 10 seconds of difficulty is enough to make your brain too lazy to bother, so you'd rather just study instead. Don't try to be strong. Be smart by turning your environment into a sweet trap that leads you straight to success. Step 5. Discipline boredom. You know what, besties? The biggest obstacle between you and your goals isn't some massive hardship. It's something incredibly mundane. Boredom. After the first 2 or 3 weeks, once that New Year's high has faded, you'll enter a phase called the grind. At this point, studying for 15 minutes or hitting the gym isn't exciting or aesthetic enough to post on your story anymore. It's just boring repetition. Most people quit here because they think, maybe I don't have the passion, or maybe this isn't working. No, babe. That's just the price of success. The only difference between a pro and an amateur is this. An amateur only works when they feel like it, when it's fun. A pro shows up and gets the job done even when they absolutely hate it. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do extraordinary things. Discipline is sitting at your desk for exactly 15 minutes while your friends are out having fun, even when your heart is screaming at you to scroll through your phone. Stop looking for inspiration. Learn to be friends with boredom instead. Once you cross this I want to quit threshold, you have officially outpaced 90% of the people out there. So, we've officially decoded why your planners usually end up collecting dust. Let's recap the map so you can start right now. Plan for your laziest version? Don't wait for peak motivation. Systems over goals. Focus on the engine, not just the destination. The 85% rule: 15 minutes every day is better than 5 hours once a week. Environment design: make discipline unavoidable. Embrace boredom, work like a pro, not an amateur. And here is the bonus, the magic reset button I promised, the never miss twice rule. Listen closely, life happens. There will be days when you're sick, busy, or just feeling incredibly lazy. When you miss a day, don't sit there wallowing in guilt. That guilt is what actually kills your momentum. Allow yourself to miss one day if you must, but never, ever miss 2 days in a row. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. As long as you show up the next day, you're still winning. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a tiny, consistent step. I hope this video helps you have a brilliant new year without any more empty promises to yourself. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe so we can get better together every day. Now, grab your planner and write down that 15-minute goal right now. Bye-bye.